Camera's on fire. Alrighty, welcome back everybody. Hope you're all doing well and staying safe. Merry Christmas. It has been a minute since I posted a video, and even longer since I posted a mouse hunting video. Well, tonight, temperatures are okay. I'm feeling good. It's time to get outside, see if we can get ourselves one more mouse. Maybe a few more, but one more I'd be happy. Stay tuned. Alrighty, welcome back everybody. Tonight we got the Beaman Commodore. Taking it out. I slapped the ATN X-Sight 4K Pro on it. We're going to attempt some mice shooting tonight. Now, I was fortunate enough to be loaned this rifle for a short period of time to do a review and just to do some shooting on it and see what I think of it. Maybe give my impressions. So far, I'm liking it. I really am. Now that I've thrown the ATN X-Sight on there and moved my scope and my eye relief back a little bit, zero issues with the puff of air. Absolutely zero. So that is a scope dependent issue. And if the eye relief or the location of your eye when using a certain scope is not in an optimal position, you could get probably an extender or a riser or some sort of adapter for the rail to shift your eye relief back and your scope back. And a very small issue I could easily fix just by swapping this scope on here. So no issues with the puffs. I will say, gentleman that dropped this this gun off for me to review and to shoot and to borrow for a little while, he sat here and we did a little shooting, a little nighttime shooting. And, you know, it wasn't a whole lot because it took us a while to get everything set up and ready. But I was able to squeeze off a half-decent shot and hit a mouse at 60 with Umarex Notos. Unfortunately, it looks like I shot him right through the mouth. And he was injured, but not... maybe mortally, but not instantly mortally wounded, hey?
I think I blew his head off.
Did you?
Pretty sure.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
Okay, still alive. We did hit him. He's still alive though. We're gonna put him out of his misery, but that's one for the books.
No toes, 60 yards.
60 yards. He was gonna live a while, so I was able just to grab him and put a round into him at point blank and basically just kind of remove his head and get rid of him. But we did get one with the Umarex Notos with a subscriber out visiting, hey? How cool is that? So it was a great view to see. When I'm sitting out tonight, we're going to try and get this again. I had a mouse that was bouncing around at about 30 yards at a new pile location. I just kind of moved it in between the opposite side of the yard. And he's been coming back and forth. So I was sitting out for him tonight. And in the process, I had a few mice come in at 94 yards. Took some really close shots, really close.
I don't know what the hold is out there. Let's try 6. That was very close. Hitting at 5 out there. I'm aiming 6. I just saw where that hit. That was 5.
Wasn't 100% on what I was holding, like what the hold was for there. So I started off holding 6, and then I went down to 5, and then 4.5, and then 4. And once I started holding at 4, I actually made some contact.
No follow-up needed. He's down. 94 yards. Beaman Commodore. Ooh, he might get away. Watch for movement. We're going to go down and see if we can find him.
And now I absolutely hit him, okay? I thought he was done. I put a second one into him just in case, or well, attempted to put a second one into him just in case, and missed him, scared him off, and he ran off. I went back and looked to see where he went. Okay. So we got the two blood spots down there. You can see them one right next to each other. Okay. And then if you look over here, there's blood on that stick right there. Where he went after that is anybody's guess. Hey, I mean, he probably made it down into a hole and he is long gone. But blood spot, blood spots. Absolutely hit him. Now, as you can see, he is bleeding. I absolutely hit him. He's going to die. There's no way that mouse is going to survive a JSB Hades. Even if I barely tagged him, if he's bleeding, he's going to feel that. So he got away, unfortunately, just like the last one.
No way. Okay, this thing is far superior for follow-up shots. But honestly, I feel like I probably shouldn't have taken them. If I'd have just let him sit there, he probably would have bled out. But instead, I've wounded another mouse, and the fucker ran away. I gotta go see if we can find him.
So now I've tagged two with the Commodore. I got no bodies for it. I'm going to leave it up to you guys in the comments. Tell me, do I write those down? Do I add them to the board? Or are we going for bodies only? Let's get back to it. Okay, for this section of video, I am recording through my ATN X site. It's in the bog pod, just aimed downrange at the target. I'm shooting with the Beaman Commodore using the Wraith. I think I shot over his head, I can't tell. Came across because it didn't record on the other one, I don't think. Okay, I grabbed the no-toast in case I had to dispatch a critter. It was sitting right here when I took the shot. It looked really good and it sounded good. Absolutely hit him. He did some backflips. Unfortunately, I don't know if the Wraith recorded it because it was recording a video, but when I went to stop the recording to save it, the Wraith froze up, and so I had to shut it off. But I spent the last 10 minutes here. I even went and got the dogs, and they're too pussy to come out here and help me find this mouse. But I spent the last 10 minutes looking through these leaves. Try not to disturb them, hey, because you don't want to fucking bury them. But I went through here and I cannot find him. I can't find him. So he's definitely going to die, though. There's no way he's going to survive that little mouse. That was the Beaman Commodore shooting the JSB 1813s at about 800 feet per second, 820. I used the one-shot zero and fucking absolutely hit him solid. But not solid enough to leave a body. So I'm going to leave it up to you guys. Do I count him or no? Do I say I got a mouse at 94 with the Beaman Commander? Or sorry, the Beaman Commodore? Or put it in the comments. Do I count him? Do I put him on the board? It's not a body. Normally I wouldn't, but this is kind of special circumstances. And I absolutely slapped him with the stinging sensation of injuring a third mouse with the Beaman Commodore still fresh in my system. I feel like I should probably say a few things about this. First, the underlever is far superior when it comes to follow-up shots. I feel like I am able to just squeeze off some fantastic follow-up shots faster with this gun than any of my other guns. Not that this is my gun, but comparing it to my guns, this gun has much faster follow-up shots with that underlever. I definitely appreciate that. Secondly, this UUQ bipod I'm using, I'm pretty impressed with it so far. I'm not sure how it would hold up with the weight of the gun using these forks in an outward position and not just down, but like canted. I don't know how the leverage aspect would do on that, and I'm not going to test it because I don't want to break it. It seems completely solid and sturdy, so I don't think that's a legitimate issue. But that would be the only real question I have, is how well they handle up to the weight of the gun. But for versatility and adjustability, this UUQ bipod, for whatever he paid for it, absolutely worth it. It's a nice little rig. Now, the downside. I am absolutely certain the fact that this gun is unregulated is factoring into so many missed shots. I mean, I miss all the time. It's the nature of the beast. But I've found it more difficult to get a consistent hold at 94 yards because the fluctuation in the bell curve here with the at 30 yards, no noticeable point of impact shift from full to empty. At 94 yards, there is a at least 2 mil dot point of impact shift full to empty. So I start out at 5 mil dots and slowly creep down to about 4.5 and 4 and then 3.5, and I get all the way down to 3 when it's at its peak, and then it'll start going back towards 3.5 and 4. So it's tolerable. If you were to shave it down to maybe the last 10 rounds, you could get it to maybe a 0.5 mil dot or a 1 mil dot point of impact shift over 10 rounds, or 20 even. That might be possible. But if I'm shooting downrange at 94 yards, I have to know how far I am into the mag. I have to know where I am on the pressure. I absolutely have to factor in a point of impact shift with this being unregulated, okay? That's not something I'm used to, but it's something that with further tuning and practice, you could probably easily mitigate and even reduce or all but get rid of. So that's a personal thing there. You might want to, keep that in mind. But 30-yard gun, absolutely. 50-yard gun, absolutely. 90-yard gun, being unregulated is just, it's sending the pellets where I'm aiming. It's just either coming up short or going long. So a little bit of a buzz kill when you start slapping mice and hitting them and they get up and run away. I don't want to wound nothing, hey? But I figured I'd mention that. I'm going to continue with this. I'm going to go one more. We'll see if I can get a mouse. I would love nothing better than to get a critter on the board with this gun. As a loner, I think that would be fantastic. But I'm also not going to sit out here and just keep injuring mice. So we'll stick to it one more.
This little bastard's been sitting there for about 5 minutes. I've considered sliding the table and chair over a little bit so I can actually get a shot at him, but I don't want to scare him away, so I'll let him take his last bath there, and then hopefully he runs over to the seed pile. Let's see if we can get him that. It's too thick right here to try and send around through there. I could probably get him, but I really want to get him out on the bait pile there. Although if it climbs a tree, maybe. a mouse with the Beaman Commodore. Hell yeah.
All right, we got the Beaman Commodore shooting the JSB 1813s, about 850 feet per second. Buck rail suppressor on the end of this, fucking cherry. Very, very user friendly to install, and absolutely works like a dream. It's a 30-yard shot. I hit this mouse pretty much dead on, if I remember right. Looks like it definitely came out the bottom there, and it went in the top, right in the back meat. Fantastic. Greatly appreciate the opportunity to test this gun out and to hunt with it, and it produces. Got me a mouse, 30 yards. Alrighty, if you made it this far, thank you very much for sticking around for all of my adventures. Merry Christmas. That last mouse survived 3 shots at 30 yards. I was using the Umrex Notos, dialed, drilled, should have been dead mouse. 3 shots, 3 misses, 100% honesty, packed up and went to bed. I was like, fuck it. He lives, and I went to bed.
It would appear the cat's brought another critter in, and he is underneath the TV stand.
Well, he wasn't alive. Slid the TV out, and he was laying under there. Cat's got a hold of him. I sat out last night for an hour trying to shoot fucking mice, because one kept coming into the Arlo security camera, and he never came back in once I sat outside. And I went to bed, and the cat's got a mouse. What the fuck?
Alrighty, it's a little cold and chilly, super windy, and there's actually some snowflakes coming down, very light and fine. You can kind of see them. But the no toast might look a little different to you. Okay, the last time you saw this, it would have had the buck rail conversion kit on there. Love the shit out of the conversion kit. Sorry, my batteries are dying. But tonight, in a fashion much like this, I stepped away from the gun when I was shooting in the basement. When it was in a condition like this, it slid, tumbled, and fell to the concrete floor. When it landed, it hit right here on the scope. You can see it's missing a little paint. And it actually dented the scope, so the rim there. So I don't think the sunshade's gonna work on there anymore. Another thing it did is it cracked the plastic on the buck rail conversion grip right here. So the whole buttstock was wobbly and flaccid, and I had to take it off and replace it. Disgusted in myself, I immediately came outside. Had to re-zero the gun because, you know, with it landing and hitting the scope, I was hitting 2 inches to the left. Re-zeroed the gun, got the old stock back on it, took it outside, and shot a 50-yard mouse. Fuck yeah!
Alrighty, quick zero check. Pretty close. Shit, I don't know what we're hitting. Say 2. Lots of wind. Just in case. Let's go take a look.
It is a windy, snowy night, but I think I hit that mouse. Let's see. Yeah, he's still alive though. He's breathing his last breath. I'll put you down for a second. All right, now that is a pretty good sized mouse. Okay. I'm not 100% on where the first round hit him. He is quite plump though. Very plump. But the finisher round, I just went above him and I put it right down the top of his head. So I don't know if I just winged him or what, but I got him with the no toast, 50 yards, slapped a mouse, had to put him down with a follow-up, but we got him. Hell yeah. Let's see if we can get another. I hope y'all like my hat. Alrighty, thank you all for sticking around. Huge shout out if you actually made it to the end of this video. 32-minute video is a bit much for me, probably a bit much for you. I apologize for that. Over the course of the last few months, the mouse hunting got so slow that there was literally vast quantities of time where I didn't film anything, or if I did film anything, I didn't get anything. So I tried to throw a little bit of in here because, you know, I mean, months and months of effort broken down into a 7-minute video is kind of a kick in the dick. So sorry, 32 minutes of me missing. You get what you get. Thanks for watching, everybody. Staying tuned. Merry fucking Christmas. On to the next adventure.